What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chaos. My name is Brad. That is Fat Man Zoom. The stock market is crazy and chaotic. We made it our mission to help you guys own it. Fat Man Zoom. How about you hit them off with the starting five, my man?
Starting five is Jeff Chow, Sam Cisneros, Mayank Ruwak, Lindsay Heiss. I think I pronounced that correctly.
And pretty good at that.
Pereira Medina. Shout out to Brazil. I'll be in Brazil in December, people.
Ooh.
Yes,
Where are you
sir.
going?
I'm going to Floripa. So I'm flying into Sao Paulo, but I'm going to Florianopolis. So I have a wedding.
Oh.
Yes, sir. So
you have these. Fat Man Zoom has these amazing destination weddings that he attends.
Yeah, I have a string of weddings. I have November is Sanibel Island, Florida, which if you haven't heard of it, it's a really nice destination.
Yeah.
We have December, which is obviously the Brazil. February is Vieques, Puerto Rico, which is an island off of Puerto Rico. It's Puerto Rico, but it's an island off of it. That's going to be awesome. And then July, Spain, Barcelona.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's a run.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So we'll see how those live streams work. We'll see if we make those live streams. But yeah, guys, welcome to Own the Chaos. We got a good baby. I'm wearing a smile because you know Clover earnings. We're going to be talking a lot about Clover. We have a bunch of earnings that are going on after the bell. Make sure you guys stick around. If you haven't been here for our live streams, we are live every Monday through Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, talking about topics current events in the market. And then today, specifically, you'll get our earnings reaction on the stocks. We have Bumble, we have BLNK, we have NIO, we have Clover, Open Door. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to talk about. But first, go ahead and just hit that like button. Brad, how's your day?
Listen, man, the likes have been coming in nice and early. We had like 25 likes going right before we went live, and I'm loving it. So yesterday, we had an amazing live stream. We're trying to get to that 125 goal every single stream. We started on Sunday. You know, the week before, we crushed that week, and then we upped the goals. So we are now Wednesday. So and we're 3 for 3 from Sunday to yesterday. So let's not end that streak here. Again, we're trying to get to 125. Got about 92 of you in the house. 40 of you have already hit the like button, so we appreciate it.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind 125 is going to be an easy hit today. When you got Clover and you on the docket, we're going to crush it.
Yeah, I hope so.
No thumbnail pose off again today, but some good topics today. We've got some Boston Beer Company conversation. We got some casino conversation, the casino comeback, potentially.
Yeah,
other good stuff to talk about. So thank you guys for tuning in. Should be a good one today. And if yesterday was any indication of what to expect today, yesterday's earnings were awesome.
Yes. Yesterday was wild. I mean, it wasn't like it was anything crazy that we thought, was going to go pop off, but like it seemed like everything that we talked about, with the exception, I think Poshmark went crazy green. Even Coinbase did, and Coinbase had a pretty decent day today too. But man, what a day yesterday! I hope we can have another. We can run it back today.
Yeah. So guys, tell us in the chat, what are you looking at? What are you most excited about? Really good ones. Which ones are you excited about? Maybe we didn't mention one tomorrow. Actually, Nuvei is a sleeper one. We can't forget about that because that's not actually on our list, but we should keep an eye on that as well. But a lot of good stuff. Which one are you excited about? We got NIO, Clover, Open Door, eBay, BLNK, Sonos, Bumble, among others.
Bro, it's got to be Clover, right? I mean, we've been ride or die with this Clover play. So I think Clover is going to be one to definitely watch for. It's my favorite one for today. It's interesting. I'd be curious to see what BLNK looks like today too.
Yeah, I'm excited about BLNK. Are you over?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you are. And I'm just I'm your moral support right now.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll get into sort of what our thoughts are. I'll get into my trade strategy as far as that's concerned, what I'm expecting from earnings. I've been digging into past earnings calls, a lot of bullish things, but there are some bearish things, some things to consider that may not necessarily work in their favor, but we'll dig deep into that. But you get ready for the first topic?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Lindsay Heist, did I say that right? I mean, it looks like Reese, but I think it's actually Heist. Alvin Smith, what's up, man? Come back for more, huh, son?
We love you, Alvin.
All right. So the first conversation, I'm actually going to bring up Boston Beer Company. So Boston Beer Company, we had talked about after earnings had gotten beat down. And it was really on the back of Truly, their hard seltzer, had underperformed dramatically. And there was a massive sell-off. We've been big fans of Boston Beer Company in general. You thought it was oversold. I agree that I thought it was as well. But the one thing we did talk about recently was the fact that we needed some sort of catalyst. And I had mentioned, as far as the hard seltzers were concerned, if I'm the CEO thinking about how I'm going to come back from this beat down, I don't think I'm necessarily going to go to hard seltzer and try to regain market share because there's just increased competition. I'm trying to do something new. And less than a week after we had that conversation, Brad, huge partnership announcement with Pepsi. So Boston Beer Company and Pepsi partnered for, you ready for this? Hard Mountain Dew. There is going to be a Hard Mountain Dew coming early 2022, people. And so I'm excited about this. Just so you guys understand the layout, Boston Beer Company is going to be responsible for developing and producing this Hard Mountain Dew, the recipe. Huge news as far as I'm concerned. What are your thoughts behind this partnership? And do you like this partnership? Or is Boston Beer Company a buy?
First of all, let me just full disclosure. I did get a starting position here on Sam today on the Boston Beer Company, not because of this, but just because of how ridiculous I think the selling is on this thing. But as far as the deal goes, I think it's a great deal. I'm a little bit nervous about it because Mountain Dew's done this, or they've tried to do this with the Mountain Dew brand, not necessarily on the alcohol side, but they try to reinvent it every so often. And I think when I think about Mountain Dew sometimes, remember when they came out with a clear Mountain Dew? It still tasted like Mountain Dew. It was everything. Nothing was different except for it was clear. And then, that flopped. And then there was the Mountain Dew Ice or something like that. I don't know. It was a bunch of crazy ones. So I think that this one probably could stick. And it may be the start of some other really great other popular brands and flavors. I hope it does do well. I don't see why it wouldn't. It kind of reminds me of remember Four Locos? Are they still around? Four Locos?
For Loco, yeah.
Yeah, you get the crazy caffeine rush along with, the alcoholic side of it. So it could be something for sure.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, I think it's huge. I think it's smart. You look at Topo Chico, their partnership. So Coke and Molson Coors, this just seems logical. I think you're going to see more of this. You're going to see Dr. Pepper, these cult brands. The difference really is you're not changing Mountain Dew. You're not making alcoholic Mountain Dew. It's adult Mountain Dew. I think it's smart. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to crush it. It makes a lot of sense in different spaces. You think about concert venues. You think about movie theaters. You think about all the places that it could happen. And I guarantee Dr. Pepper does this.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Cherry Coke. They might do it too. Only logical. Do you have these brands that could do it?
I am all of the way down with Cherry Coke.
Hard Cherry Coke.
Yes. I mean, Jack and Coke's always kind of my go-to drink anyway. If they did it with a Cherry Coke or something like that, I would be all over it.
Well, who do you think benefits more? Does Pepsi benefit more? Does Boston Beer benefit more? Or do they both generally benefit more?
That's a great question. I think Boston Beer probably benefits a little bit more. You would agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think that they probably do. But it's still definitely a mutually beneficial relationship, no doubt.
Yeah, and we haven't got any details as far as the partnership's concerned. I don't know how they work those revenue splits.
Yeah.
Because Pepsi's going to be the one distributing it, which that'll be interesting. Well, yeah, they're going to be the supplier. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out and the split off of it. But the reason why I like it is because effectively the way it sounds is Pepsi's buying it from, Pepsi's fronting the cost, right? So Boston Beer develops it, but Pepsi has to carry the product.
Right.
And it's on them to make sure it sells and to push it. So really, I feel like Boston Beer really they have no risk in that. And the brand is with Pepsi. So like Sam gets this brand that is already established. So that's a whole nother demographic exposure. Remains to be seen how that works out from a financial perspective. But I love the deal. Realistically, they probably both do really well. Smart move. And hey, sometimes you just got to swing for it. Whether it works out or not, doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking too, with the Topo Chico deal that we talked about, do you think in a way that Pepsi doing it with such an iconic brand like Mountain Dew that it could help or hurt them? Kind of like, I just think about the Topo Chico side of things. I think a lot of people don't realize that Coke actually owns them. And do you think that there is any kind of inherent risk with them using the Mountain Dew brand versus just kind of going off of something else?
As far as tarnishing the brand?
Yeah.
No, because the brand's been around so long, and the brand is, first off, you're targeting adults.
Right.
Mountain Dew, obviously adults drink it, but like kids are the ones drinking it. So even if the brand's, if it flops, the core demographic isn't even going to be experiencing it.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
It shouldn't matter. And the brand's been around. It's iconic. So I don't think there's any way that it could do that. But we'll see. Here's what you got to keep in mind as far as, considering this partnership. Early 2022 doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's the best case scenario, early 2022. We see these rollouts. We're seeing it with Topo Chico. Slow to market rollouts, so not everybody gets it right away. Yeah. So really, till this has any impactful hit on the financial statements, at best would be earnings, maybe Q2, most likely Q3 or Q4 of next year. So This is the hype, but we're not going to really see material earnings at best till Q2 or Q3. And even that, I think, is a really ambitious sort of goal.
Yeah, I agree. Aside from all of that, we think that Boston Beer Company, ticker symbol SAM, is still very much by the way that the level of which this is selling is just absolutely insane. I think that the overreaction here is definitely worth taking advantage of.
Yeah, so definitely want to keep an eye on, guys. Make sure you hit the like and let us know in the comments, who do you think benefits more? Are you buying either one of these? I almost said Clover, Sam at Boston Beer Company or Pepsi. Which one's the one for you? Great dividend play, by the way. Just saying. Yes. And we'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Next topic. We're big fans of Dumb Money TV. They're big into social arb investing. I think this is like maybe under the umbrella of social arb investing. So, Brad, that I get Google alerts on certain topics, and I had a Google alert that landed in my inbox regarding Detroit casinos. It was a local article by, let me actually give a shout out to Jordan. That's a hard name. Jordan Grizelewski. Detroit News. So this isn't national. This is local in Detroit. And Michigan gaming numbers, the casino numbers came out for July. This is just the 3 main casinos in Detroit. I think they're the only ones they have. They netted $117 million of revenue in July. That was reported by the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Yeah, that is over a 9% increase in June's results. Thumbs up. That looks good. And there's no comp for July of 2020 because all the casinos were closed in Detroit in the of July of 2020. So there's nothing to look at. However, if you look at July of 2019, it's slightly lower. So we had July 2021, 117 million. 2019 was 119 million. So we're almost at our pre-COVID levels. And a couple numbers that I want to throw out to you. But first, I just want your perspective. How do you feel about that regarding the 117 million in July? Are casinos back? Is it time to get into them, or hint, hint, add to it?
How are they not coming back? I mean, that's crazy. 117 million, and we're not the casinos aren't fully reopened yet. To a certain extent. And if they are, you're still not seeing the level of capacity that you're used to seeing yet. So I still think that there's certainly a huge boom coming. And we've been seeing spending increase by an insane amount in certain pockets of the market or the economy. It started off and it's still kind of booming in the retail side of things. And so now, Fat Man Zoom, I think that we could start to see spending increase in entertainment and leisure. We saw that with Lollapalooza in Chicago. And, I just think you look at the entertainment side of things, that the casinos in general, and you guys know how we feel about Penn, but it could be any one of those that are your favorite, whatever ones you have conviction in. They are all going to continue to do well, and they're going to have, in my opinion, a rocking fourth quarter.
And let me give you some specific numbers, and let's actually look at this. So we talked about the three casinos. MGM came in the lead with reported revenue of $53.8 million, which is almost half. So you're talking about 46% market share. And then in third, you got Greektown Casino, which has the Barstool Bets. They had 23.4 million, which is 20%. A lot of that is obviously in the casino. And then I had the number. So of the 117 million, 115.7 was table games and slots, and retail sports betting was 1.2 million. So what that says to me, remember, Michigan just launched.
Right.
That's, to me, huge upside. So we're going to get to pre-COVID. We're going to surpass pre-COVID levels sooner than later because we got football coming up.
Yep.
We obviously got market penetration as far as online sports betting. And hopefully these casinos continue to stay open and you should continue to see a run. Bodes well for MGM, bodes well for Penn National and Barstool Sports. I mean, since MGM has nearly a 50% market share, do you think anyone has more of an advantage than the other?
I mean, I think it's definitely got to be MGM, right? I mean, first of all, have you ever been to Greektown?
In Detroit?
Yeah.
No. I've been to one. I don't know which one I was. It's been a few years.
It's a great little town, Greektown is. I got family up there.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the casino. My fault.
No. Just like Greektown in general. Like this, The area is awesome. But as far as that's concerned, I feel like it's got to be MGM, and we've talked about MGM kind of being our favorite casino stock for a lot of other reasons. But from the regional side of things, they still crush it as well. I just think that for this boom, it's probably going to be, for me personally, just in the casino industry, and it's probably in this order. It would be Penn, MGM, and Caesars. Obviously sports betting, you're going to have DraftKings that falls in there somewhere too, but those three companies are so good at managing money. We talked about MGM having enough cash to withstand the pandemic shutdown for 4 years, and they would still be able to keep their doors open, and that's just insane. And so I think that they have the cash to hold up to just about anything. And to your point, the market penetration, MGM is such a recognizable brand. And I think their exposure to football this season, you brought up football, they're the official sports book of the NFL this year. So that's just another reason why I would remain having my conviction in MGM too.
Yeah. And MGM is a Fat Man Zoom special.
Yeah.
I have MGM in my long-term investment account. The thing with, when you look at both of them, MGM and Penn, MGM has made the run, should continue, but does Penn catch up? That's really the question. I've got to believe the answer is yes. But the safe bet is certainly MGM. And I mean, they're doing a great job when you talk about their platform. And I love MGM. I'm even surprised at how good of a job they've done with BetMGM and the penetration. They've been a bit of a sleeper as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. They're, I think, third as far as market share is concerned. It's FanDuel, DraftKings, and MGM when it comes to sports betting and in their sports books.
Yeah, so there you guys have it. Which is your favorite stock? Let us know in the comments which online sports betting stock you're going with, or just casino stock in general. And if you say DraftKings, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. Penn is going to dominate, especially with Barstool growing. Potentially, that's our hope. Esteban Castillo said, if we were talking about sports betting, Fubo TV has to be in the conversation. And Will Salkin says, MGM also has a deal with the NBA hosting the Summer League right now.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were hosting the Summer League. Didn't catch that one.
So Charlie Connor says, got here late. Will you be covering SoFi today? SoFi is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. SoFi is tomorrow, bro. So today we have Blink, we have Clover, we have NIO, we have Open Door, eBay. Did I say Sonos? If I didn't, Bumble, Lordstown. Those are the ones we got. Tomorrow is SoFi. Tomorrow's also a great lineup. Some really good ones tomorrow as well. And I didn't even realize Disney was tomorrow.
Yeah, Disney's tomorrow, Airbnb, another a bunch of great ones.
Wish, Rocket, SoFi, Sundial, Tattooed Chef, and DoorDash. Those are all good ones. Okay, guys, as we get towards close, for anybody who's tuning in, we haven't talked about Clover yet. We haven't talked about any earnings. We're about to begin the conversation about earnings. Obviously, Clover is going to be the big one, but we got a bunch of them. And make sure you guys stick around till after the bell, because more importantly, we're going to see the earnings reaction. So Brad will pull up the chart and we'll get those earnings reaction. I do want you real quick just to touch on earnings this morning. If you could pull up the chart for Wendy's and Wix. I don't know what Hyliion did. Honestly, I didn't even look at it, but Wendy's was having a good day. Wix got their ass handed to them. Any sort of thoughts about Wendy's and Wix?
Very surprised about Wix. Not surprised about Wendy's, especially from what we've seen from all of the other hospitality and food chains. Where did Wix? Let me take a look here. So, did Wix miss or did they lower their guidance? You know, just offhand.
No, I do not know.
So let's see here. So Wix looks like they got a couple of downgrades and they might have missed earnings. It looks like they might have lowered their guidance as well. I'm not sure what happened here. You know, they had such a surge because companies, you know, online companies and digital companies were formed during the pandemic, and it looks as if a lot of that has been slowing down. It's disappointing investors.
They did beat on revenue. They slightly beat on earnings. It looks like their projections were below consensus. So
that's what it was.
Next quarter, they were looking for 311 to 317 million, and the consensus was 325. And the full year is below as well.
Gotcha. Okay. So that makes sense. You know, we always talk about this, guys, you know, when people scratch their heads and ask why stocks go down on good earnings, and it all has everything to do with their forward outlook. And if they don't come in where people are expecting them to, then that's what usually ends up causing the drop. So unfortunate for Wix. I can't believe it's down 18%. That's wild. But no surprise as far as Wendy's is concerned. Look, all of the in-store sales that we're seeing, not just from Wendy's, but Chipotle and McDonald's and a lot of the other Wingstop are all doing extremely well. They're starting to see more foot traffic in their stores. And Wendy's has gone up as a result of that. Really good outlook on them too. So I like Wendy's here. I think that they're going to continue to do well during for the rest of the year. It's a tough call on Wix though.
All right. I'm going to do something bold.
Let's do it.
Let's get into these earnings. Typically, we'd wait for Clover, and I'd set it up and wait till the last one to talk about as Clover. I don't want to rush it, but I'm not going to talk about it until we hit 125 likes, and I think we're going to hit 125 likes right away. I want to hit it now. If we can get to 125, I will begin the Clover conversation. If not, I'll just wait till 4:05 and I'll begin it then. So hit that like button. How many people we got in the house?
Hit the like button. We got 257 of you guys in here. A great show so far. So pretty good turnout for us. We appreciate you being allowing us to be a part of your afternoon, folks. And yeah, man, as soon as you said it, we got 17 likes right out the gate. So we're back up to 107, 115. Oh yeah, here we go.
In here, I'll wait in silence. I'll make this real awkward and uncomfortable. Give me that 125.
Listen, man, I gotta say, your creative calls to action have been on point lately. Asking you shall receive. We are now over the 125 goal, my man.
The moment we've all been waiting for, Clover Health earnings. Now, I'm manufacturing this excitement because, to be honest with you, I am very nervous about this earnings. Yeah. Obviously, this has been a rough ride. Full disclosure, I've done really well on Clover. I'm riding free shares, but I still have a lot of it. Clover has been my biggest winner out of any of my positions. However, there's just more there for me. And like, I'm still in the position. So it hasn't done what I wanted it to do. Obviously, there's a ton of short interest, and I fully expect, regardless of the earnings, I fully expect there to be some manipulation tomorrow. However, we got to talk about today.
Yes.
Clover earnings are today. I don't know if you actually have the numbers, of the estimates, but Clover has earnings today. I'm excited about it. I know some people are asking, are we bullish? Are we not bullish? As a company, I'm very bullish. I was looking for, I was kind of trying to dig through the earnings and just remember certain things that they kind of have in the pipeline that I'll get into. I want to talk about what we're looking for in these earnings, but do you have the numbers by chance, Brad, as far as the estimates?
I am pulling them up right now.
So, and then we also have obviously the Chamath special as well, which is the open door. That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah. So let's see here. Clover. My Yahoo app is acting up here. Here we go. Clover, according to Yahoo Finance, their estimated earnings per share is at a loss of 13 cents. Is the average estimate.
Okay, and what did they come in the last quarter and the quarter before?
Last quarter they came in. Let's scroll down here. Last quarter they came in at a loss of 13 cents. And then quarter before that was a loss of 11 cents. And then before that, it was a loss of 51.
Yeah, so I think the things to consider. Well, let me ask you first. Are you bullish on Clover's earnings?
This is tough, man. I am. You feel like you have to be just because of how much this has come down. And we come back out to the daily chart. This is literally sitting on its bottom over the last several weeks. And I would be surprised if this actually didn't come in and at least meet expectations at the very least. So I'm going to sit here and say that I remain bullish on Clover.
Yeah. So obviously we say, even though this is one of my highest conviction stocks, if not my highest conviction stocks, you have to have the bull and bear case. And I'm going to lay that out pretty quickly for you guys. So, valuation could be a concern. Forget about what the dollar amount is. It's over $3 billion. So you could say the valuation that it's overvalued. That argument could be made. I don't believe that considering the growth opportunities. The other things that could potentially be headwinds that could come on this call is last call, what they had mentioned is that their costs were higher due to COVID. And they have, I mean, they're Medicare. So they're targeting people 65 and over. And so since that's the case, that was really the demographic that was hit the hardest or more susceptible. And so could they temper expectation moving forward because of this Delta variant? That's going to be key. And so guys, you see this all the time. They could outperform. And if they lower guidance, if they temper expectations, if they withdraw guidance, that's going to be horrific for the stock because the shorts are going to continue to push and it's going to freak people out. So I don't think a beat matters unless it went positive. And I don't expect them to go positive this quarter. However, given that being the bear case, the bull case is so much stronger in my opinion.
Yeah.
Digitization. You could talk about healthcare tech, right? Telemedicine. Clover benefits off that. They have multiple revenue streams. I think stay at home. I think they continue to see growth in that. I think it was about 20% average growth. If we see above that 20%, that bodes well. There's still huge market opportunity. They're only in a few states. So if they announce more markets, they have a great partnership with Walgreens. And here's my prediction for Clover. And I'm going to say this in the future, but this is the first time I'm saying it. Clover is a takeover opportunity, is an acquisition opportunity. And don't be surprised if a company buys Clover, if the valuation is only $3 billion, they could easily buy this $10 billion for this company. You could see that happening. Does Walgreens do it? Walgreens makes a lot. They're running a pilot program right now as we speak with Walgreens in New Jersey. So not that that's going to happen today. That won't. But it is a takeover target, which would bode really well for the company. Because if another company sees they're on discount, they're like, hell, let's scoop that up. The other thing, look at Walgreens' pilot program into expanding. So if it does well, this is going to expand. And Walgreens is huge. They're in one state, this partnership. If it launches domestically, that's going to be huge for it. So there's a lot of things, and that's just sort of scratching the surface, that you got to be bullish on Clover. They do a really good job at delivering their earnings, and I expect them to continue to do it.
I agree. And, we've talked about this before, and we've seen the huge surge in healthcare over the last 3 to 6 months. People who have been holding back on their routine maintenance checkups, just cancer screenings and all of that stuff because of COVID. And now that all that's coming back, not only they're coming back to get their screenings, but people who maybe have put it off, and now, unfortunately, as terrible as it is to say, maybe they have advanced cancer or what have you. And so it is what it is, and it is going to benefit the companies that are involved in healthcare.
Yeah. And market is closed now. So we will move to the earnings, guys. Obviously, we have the other ones. We'll talk as they come in. We talked about NIO just real quick. NIO, we talked about, they don't really need a lot to move the needle. I think any positive news, this stock could go off. Yeah. I still don't think they have a chance to compete with Tesla anytime soon. Obviously, I understand there are people that are excited about it. At least they have a product. But I did also want to get your thought. Just tell me what you like Open Door. Oh, I don't think Bumble is going to be at the top of your list. Maybe it is. But out of all the stocks, what would be the next one that you're excited about?
It's definitely not Open Door. I'm a little bit bearish on Open Door considering what we've seen from some of the other players in this space. I think Blink is one that I'm looking forward to as well.
I would agree. I almost flipped my charge point to go to Blink, but there's still room for charge point.
Yeah.
There's huge opportunity for Blink in this infrastructure bill. If they even talk about that, I agree. I think that could be the winner when this is all said and done. And also, don't sleep on Sonos, which people continue to sleep on Sonos for whatever reason. Hit them with 3. Boom.
I forgot about Sonos. Oh yeah. Man, this is tough. I actually was thinking Bumble. I know that you were like, oh, he's probably not thinking about it. I was thinking Bumble only because people getting back out and, quote unquote, getting on the dating again, like normal. So perhaps we do see a little bit of bump in Bumble.
Don Fron, what's going on? Don Fron show in the house. He is in Clover.
He says Hims.
And
Hims is a good company too, I think, to be in.
Oh man,
they would be a great sponsor for the channel.
Do you have all the tickers pulled up?
I do have all the tickers pulled up. I'm just observing the price action right now. Sonos is down less than 1%, but it's down. Not really any kind of action. So I don't see anything right now that's moving in a way that looks as if earnings are out just yet. Blink, maybe. Let's take a look. Blink is down 1.5%, but still no volume there. So I don't think there's much going on. We didn't talk about eBay today, but eBay has earnings as well. That is down 1.5%. Looks like those earnings are indeed out. As soon as we have those numbers, we'll certainly be getting those to you. But yeah, eBay looks like it's tanking. And honestly, this isn't a surprise. Most of the e-commerce companies, not named Shopify, haven't been performing well post earnings. Which I meant to talk about this to you, Fat Man Zoom. But I was eyeing up Amazon as a potential buy here very soon, as it's come down quite a bit, and I think that could actually bounce back quite nicely. But yeah, eBay is down here now 1.5%.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned earlier. I think they asked about. Oh yeah, here we go. Mine asked Amazon below 3,300 is looking good. Yeah, it looks like he's also interested in that. So eBay's not, or sorry, Amazon's not going anywhere. Kyle Sprouse, Palantir is pre-market tomorrow. That's one definitely I'm excited about. Definitely mixed feelings for NIO. Some people love it, some people hate it. Doesn't surprise me. Very polarizing.
Yeah.
But what are you guys looking at? Put it in the chat. What are you most excited about? I hope Clover wins. I hope.
I'd imagine Clover wins. Let's see here. Open Doors up 1%. Oh shit! No way. Here I am saying that I was going to be bearish on Open Door, and it's up 5% after hours. Fat Man Zoom.
That's awesome.
Holy cow!
August 11th.
Lots of NIOs in the chat. Lots of NIOs in the chat. Yeah, STEM has earnings too. I don't know much about STEM to really give you guys anything on it, but we can just kind of keep an eye on it to see how it's moving. I see a lot of STEMs in here, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that in the list. Um, Open Door is now up 3.5%. Sonos, surprise, surprise, is up 6% after hours. This stock continues to just absolutely crush it.
Wow.
Every quarter we talk about Sonos and it goes off, Fat Man Zoom.
I know, it's just a great company, and really there's just not much competition. You might think they do, but nobody can hold a candle to their product.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Let's see. I'm looking for Open Door. It looks like I'm about to get Open Doors and I'm about to get Sonos. Let's see.
Bumble is also up 5% after hours as well.
Another day. Come on, Clover. Don't let us down. If all are green and then Clover's red.
Clover is up now 4.5% after hours.
I got Sonos. Wow, they beat. Their consensus estimates was a loss of 17 cents a share. They came in positive 27 cents a share.
Oh my God.
They beat that nice. Yeah, they handled that. Let me see what Clover came in. We got some good stuff on Clover. Be patient with Clover. I want to. Don't get excited on the first move, people.
Clover is still continuing to climb here, though. Fat Man Zoom, it is up over 7% after hours.
Hell yeah, boy. It looks like, oh my God. Clover Assistant. So they have Clover Assistant, Clover Home. Oh, shoot, it's like Home Care or something. But Clover Assistant is their main product, is on track to manage over $1 billion of annualized revenue.
Damn.
Which last quarter, I believe, was 800 million. So that's a substantial increase.
That is a substantial increase. That's wild. Now it's up over 8%. Working on that 10%. Sorry, $8. Sorry, over 870 is where it's up. Up 7% after hours. Still climbing here. This looks really good so far. Looking at some of the other ones, eBay is actually moving up here. eBay is up 5% after hours after having a pretty decent drop off.
Holy
what? Go ahead.
Sorry, we got to stick with Clove.
Okay.
Total revenue was 412 million. It was 200 million last quarter. That's 140% year over year. So they call them lives under management, which is just clients. Lives nearly doubled from the first quarter to 129,000. Dude, these numbers are, you cannot ignore Clover anymore. I don't care how many shorts are out there. This is insane. These revenue numbers are insane. And now that valuation is looking more and more reasonable.
Yeah, this is really going to get squeezed up. It is now 9%. Bro, one day we're just going to wake up and it's going to go off. The last time we saw this go off, like, it went to 27 or what have you. Those numbers are absolutely insane. I mean, I think that it just belongs to live in the mid 20s and stay there. What an absolute monster here. We got, speaking of monsters, this channel is a monster at this point. We got 651 of you guys hanging out with us live.
Boy.
If you could hit that like button, we certainly would appreciate it. We had a goal of hitting 125 and we just smashed that right out of the park before earnings started. So hell, let's just get it to 225. I'd be happy with that. But with 650 of you, we should easily get 300. So if you guys are liking the stream so far, hit that thumbs up. We certainly would appreciate it. We're going to give you some reactions to other stocks as well. But Clover is our first love, I should say. Our biggest love here right now. It is rocking and rolling. Is now up almost 9.5% after hours and climbing. Wow, what a move, Fat Man Zoom.
So I'm just taking a quick glance at these numbers. So the only the one bearish, these look great. Overall, all these things look great. I will say the one bear thing you should just look at is GAAP net loss income for the quarter was 317 million, which is a lot of money, which is compared to net income of 5 million last year, same quarter.
Yeah.
That's going to be really interesting, and that's a little bit scary, but it looks like it's related to their warrants and basically the value of their warrants falling, like crashing, obviously, with their stock.
Yeah.
So that's the one bear case, but everything else looks amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
This is incredible. Really good move here. All right. So for the 700 of you guys in here now, we appreciate you allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. If you could hit that like button, we certainly would appreciate the support and the love, all that good stuff. And also consider subscribing. We go live from Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. We cover everything that's going on in the market, and then obviously give our live reactions to earnings anytime they're out. We're obviously have been all over Clover right now, but Fat Man Zoom NIO is in the red. eBay is up 4.5%. Bumble is up 3.25%. We have Blink that actually looks like it's taking a little bit of a dive here. Now it's down over 2%. Sonos crushed earnings. We already went over those. And they are up 7.75%, still rolling. Open Doors actually looking really good too. Fat Man Zoom, it's up 5.5%.
That's awesome. I'm not seeing NIO's numbers yet. I know you said they're in the red, but I'm not seeing it.
Okay. I got Blink's numbers if you want to.
Go ahead.
Blink's numbers, a loss of 32 cents. They missed their 16-cent estimate. Sales are at 440 million. 4.4 million, beat their 2.4 million estimate, but they came in at a loss as far as the estimates are concerned, or earnings per share.
Nice. Open Door, another good one. Estimated earnings per share was a loss of 35 cents. They also crushed it, positive 24 cents. We've talked about this. If you can come in positive, that's huge. Like if estimates are negative and then you could blow out to positive, because nobody would have expected them to come out positive this quarter.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. It just spiked up to 1565 after closing the day at 1450. Around a 7% move there. It's pulling back here a little bit, but really good response out of that. And that is huge, guys. Especially if you see a company that has been operating at a loss forever, and then for the first time they come in positive, that is a big deal for a company. Open Door, definitely great for them. Now it's up 7.5% here after hours. What a solid move from them. Checking back in with Clover, still holding its gains here after hours. They came in and crushed earnings too, and seems like lots of great stuff in that report. They're still up 9.5% after hours.
Which one was that?
Clover.
I just wanted you to repeat that. I'm not leaving until we get 1,000 in the stream. We get 500 likes, and we get that 10% in Clover. I might be sitting here all night, folks.
You might be. I won't be. But yeah, we have 750 of you guys in here. Man, this is awesome. What a stream. 229 likes, just like that. You asked for it, and you get it. So we certainly appreciate the thumbs up, guys, the support, the love that you give the channel. It's always appreciated. We love you guys too.
I got to follow up. All right, so I'm gonna make some promises. I still got to order my Crocs. So Brad, make sure I order my Crocs.
Oh yeah.
I still, for those of you, I should probably explain that for people who aren't familiar with that channel. Crocs had a massive crush. I forget what the I made some sort of prediction. I was like, if it hits this, I'm buying Crocs, and it just came in slightly below. So I decided I'm still buying them. The other thing was Crocs is always a buy. The other thing was Clover. When Clover hits $20, when it closes over $20, we will begin production of In Chamath We Trust shirts. Clover.
I love it. I love it.
I think the A will be a 4-leaf clover.
I wonder if that's better. Can people see that screen better? I saw some people saying that the Webull chart was a little blurry, so tried to make that look a little bit better. Maybe the picture in pictures better view, better look.
Clover needs to get over 10. That's key right now. If Clover
is key,
over 10, that'd be huge.
If we look at the daily chart, that's actually a pretty strong resistance for it. I have it pulled out here. So this is $10 here, and I think that's going to be definitely resistance it needs to break up over. If we open up over that tomorrow, that should be really good, really in really good shape for Clover for sure.
Jung Pil Kim late to the party. Bro, we didn't own this, but anybody who just got in here, yes, Clover did crush it. Total revenue was up 140% year over year to 412 million. To give you guys perspective, last quarter it was 200 million. Yeah. Talking about 200 million versus 412. On top of that, huge growth in their Clover Assistant, and they're tracking $1 billion for the year, which was 800 million. So I don't know if you would say that's increased guidance. We'll see. But it looks like they increased guidance. So that should be awesome. We're going to hear more. We're not in the clear yet. But honestly, bro, I do wonder how the shorts are going to come tomorrow. But I hope we pull these shorts out of the water.
Yeah, I do too. This looks great, man. It's up now over 11% after hours, still crushing it, still doing really well. A couple other things that we wanted to just kind of touch on. Sonos came in and crushed earnings as well, and it's still going up after hours. It's now up 9%. And climbing. This is actually a low-key sleeper type stock that we've actually loved, and we haven't really talked about it enough. Haven't given it enough attention on this channel, but we actually really love Sonos, and it is still crushing it. It seems like every quarter they come out and give us even more impressive numbers. So really solid move for Sonos after hours, now up 9.5%. Open Door, surprisingly, I was actually a little bit bearish on them, but they came in and on net positive earnings after expectations coming in for a loss, and this is still doing well, up 7.5% after hours. Blink is now down 4% after missing on earnings but beating on revenue. And then Bumble, I don't know if we have numbers out on Bumble just yet, but it is up slightly, up 2%. eBay is up 3%. NIO is still waiting on those numbers, and then obviously Clover still continuing to roll here, now up around 11, almost 12% here after hours.
Oh, yes. So excited. So excited.
This is incredible.
Yeah. And I won't even acknowledge you, but I will say this is Clover gang. There is no other gang. This is Clover gang. So if you think it's something else, you walk through the wrong door, friend. You might want to look somewhere else on YouTube. But hit that like before you leave, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody's been on Clover as hard as we have been, just because we got a smaller channel.
Nobody was was on Clove before us, and nobody's been higher conviction on Clove and stayed the course. Yep. And I'm telling you guys, if you didn't hear me say it before, great, it's at $9. Get excited. This is just the beginning. This is a joke. This is a $20 stock. We said it last time it ran.
Yep, absolutely.
Though, and I'll say this real quick. You got to take profits on this. Like you got to, you got to understand your exit strategy. I'm not saying you have to take profits, but having a clear exit strategy, Clover is probably the best example of a stock you need a clear exit strategy on. And we've had people in the Chaos crew do really well in the move up, playing the move up down, because it's actually had some clear technicals on it.
Yeah. Yep. It sure has. It's funny. People, Clover got its, I guess, claim to fame because of, the meme stock, I guess, label that it got. But we were in Clover well before we even thought it was going to be anything like that. We were in it before the Hindenburg stuff came out. We were in it before all of that. So, it's just crazy to see how this has evolved and grown, and the legitimacy of the company that's coming through here has just been awesome, bro. This is the short interest continues to grow on this too. So I'd imagine this could be an epic squeeze if the right amount of buyers come in. Yeah.
NIO's still not out with earnings.
I think that's pretty characteristic of NIO. I don't know how much longer you want to wait on them, but I don't know. I don't know why they're taking so long.
Don Fran says strong fundamentals on Clover, but heavy shorted. So it gets mixed with the Wall Street bets crowd. Yeah. I mean, there's no better example to me of a long-term set it and forget it, just dollar cost average, continue to add, because those shorts will get squeezed out over time. Obviously, Hindenburg was the beginning of that process of shorts coming in. But the reality is Clover ain't going anywhere.
No.
And it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. I see some people chiming in on NIO that it's going to be much later this evening. Is there any way we can confirm that?
I don't know. Hold on.
It makes sense. I've seen multiple people putting that in the chat.
Level of care for NIO is low anyway. So
yeah,
Jim wants us to wait for NIO.
If it's 8 o'clock, I'm not hanging around, but overall, guys, just a really great stream, really great earnings day. Again, this whole week's been awesome for earnings. Again, we got 728 of you guys hanging in here. Just thanks so much for being a part of the stream and allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. If you're joining us for the first time, you've never been to this channel and you're wondering what it's all about, we do this every day, Monday through Thursday. We take Fridays off on streaming, and we just cover everything that's been going on in the market, give our thoughts, what we're trading, what we're actually into. Fat Man Zoom has been in Clover for some time. I actually have a similar, I won't say similar conviction, but I have a similar, I guess, level of anxiety, if you will, with Wish tomorrow. So if you guys are looking to get our reactions on Wish, on Airbnb, on Disney, and an array of others, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. You hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live, and you will get the same reactions, the same type of show that we have today. You'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah. So NIO is, I guess, at 9.
It is at 9. Okay. Yeah.
We're not getting the NIO.
Nope. That's crazy. It's even after hours are over.
Gee, thanks. I appreciate the numbers. Well, these are good numbers. Sick. Yeah, we talked about these 200 million revenue. Clover's revenue compared to last quarter, even last year, 140% increase year over year. 412 million last quarter was 200 million. 172 million is what JNU put. It might be slightly below 200, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. It's good.
It's an insane. And this should be the beginning of a pretty solid move. I just wanted to shout out Bernardo Ortega says it's first time here. Welcome, bro. Lots of newbies in the chat. Loving it.
How many people we got in the house?
We got 680 and 280 likes.
Forget about likes at this time. I do want to encourage you guys to subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to be back here live tomorrow at tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. There are really good earnings tomorrow. And Brad, you can pull those up and announce those in a second. But we are live every Monday through Thursday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, come hell or high water. Sunday, Stock Watch Sunday. That's sort of like our main piece of content. We are live every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about what we expect in the market. We give our 5 stocks for the week, stuff like that. But tomorrow, more importantly, we got Freddie Valois back. He's back from Hawaii. We got some good stuff tomorrow. What are the earnings that we have tomorrow, Brad?
So tomorrow, I'm just going to combine pre-market and after hours. We got SoFi, DoorDash, Tattooed Chef. I know a lot of you guys are obsessed with that. Rocket, Airbnb, Wish, Disney, and Palantir, bro.
And Nuvei.
Yes. Nuvei also. Palantir, I know for a fact is pre-market tomorrow.
Yes.
Can't remember. I think Rocket is too.
After hours.
Rocket's after hours?
Yeah. So Rocket, Airbnb. So the only thing pre-market that we care about is Palantir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney, Wish, Airbnb, Rocket, SoFi, Sundial, Tattoo Chef, DoorDash. Those are all after hours.
Okay. Got it. So yeah, another amazing reaction, a live stream that you'll get from us tomorrow. I am pumped for Thursday's earnings, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, make sure you hit that notification bell. You subscribe to our channel. We do these earnings reactions all the time. And we want to hang out with you guys. So we appreciate the support and we appreciate the love.
Yes, sir. With this stream, we just crossed 45,000 subscribers as well.
Hell yeah.
Huge milestone day, bro.
Oh, sorry, I gotta let it play out. I don't even know.
You gotta let it loop through.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. That's gonna do it for us, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Bye.
Bye.